Gina Marsh has been a registered nurse for over 20 years and oversees the pre-op and post-anesthesia care unit at Henderson Hospital. Earlier this year, her medical skills as a care provider were put to the test and she was ready to jump right into action.
I was driving home from work after my shift, and it was at the corner of Galleria and Stephanie, and I was at the stoplight and I noticed a parked car on the side of the road, nobody outside of the car. And as I was waiting for the light to turn green, I noticed a police officer in a vehicle doing a crazy U-turn, backing right up to the vehicle. And he hopped out, pulled out a child from the back seat. And immediately I was concerned. As soon as my light turned green, I pulled right behind the police officer, threw on my Henderson badge because I didn't want him to get scared that I was coming up behind him. And I said, "I'm Gina Marsh, I'm a nurse from Henderson Hospital, do you need help?" And he said that the baby was choking. At that point, he was already doing back thrusts. And so I bent down and aided him in I did a finger sweep, and I got a bunch of food out from the throat, and the baby started to breathe again. So I asked it, we need to call 911, and the officer said that 911 had already been called. They actually arrived wonderfully. That was Henderson Police Department, so they were great. And they took the baby right to the emergency room. I work in surgical services in pre-op and recovery, so my critical skills immediately, went into gear. I think being a mom also kicked in. I've had my daughter choke when she was younger on some fish, those fish crackers. So I've had to do a finger sweep on my daughter before, so I know what that feels like to want to make sure that comes out. I mean, both the police officer and I were very grateful and thankful that we were there. I mean, it was just kind of an odd thing that he was at the back end of the mall, got the call, and was able to respond very quickly. Because had that light turned green and he had not responded that way, I would have just assumed it was an abandoned car and kept on driving. The message that I would want all healthcare people or just any attendees to know is that you always want to, lead with your heart. If there's an event or something happening, you want to be able to take care of that person and not think about liability or, timing. You always want to make sure that you're present in that moment and taking care of that person. Saving this life is very unique. It will be one of my career moments that I will remember for the rest of my life.
Gina was able to use her medical knowledge and instincts to respond in a critical situation. In honor of her bravery and immediate response to help, we recognize Gina Marsh in a special category as the 2017 Action Healthcare Hero.